Hello and welcome everyone to Pandora's Tarot. Are the readings for the month of June 2016. Welcome everyone. This is a little introduction that you will see in all the videos, so I don't have to repeat myself. As I always say, remember to check your rising sign and your moon sign, because that will give you more information on the energies that are available to you throughout the month, and what is it that perhaps you want to avoid, or the things that you won't be able to avoid, but it's a good thing that you're aware of. You're going to be aware that they're going to happen. So, of course, these are general readings, so if you would like a private consultation with me, you can write at pandorastarot@gmail.com, send me an email. The address is in the box below this video, so you can just copy paste from there, so you won't have any kind of mistake. And of course, also, as I always say, thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for sharing and liking and subscribing, and thank you for commenting. I really love the energy of the community of Pandora's Tarot, and the actual community of people that has formed around these little videos that I put out every single month. So thank you so much. And okay, now we'll go on to your readings. Hello again, Scorpio. Okay, let's just dive into the reading, okay? We have in the challenge position the Moon card. The Moon card is the only major arcana card that you have in this reading, and it comes up in the challenge position as something you're going to be dealing with throughout the month, okay, the month of June. Now, the moon represents several things. The most important one is that you're going to be very connected with your intuition, all right? And being that you're also a water sign, you know, the moon rules water, so if you're usually very much connected with yourself, this month is going to be even more, okay? So it's a big no-no not to listen to your intuition or your inner guidance. Another thing is that with the moon, it could be there are some hidden truths that come out to the open. The moon usually, if we look at the card, it's not, look at the symbol, it's not actually a moon. It's more like a moon turning into a sun, okay, because the sun then shines the light on the darker places that the moon wasn't able to shed a light upon. So there are some truths coming out. I don't think it's completely out of the blue. I do think that you have not been seeing reality for what it actually is. Okay, when the moon card shows up, I always say it's a bit ambiguous and it doesn't carry as much weight as the other cards if it comes up in the upright or in the reverse. Of course, it's best if it comes up dignified, but still, the moon, it's like a veil that we put over reality. So if we see things there, we see the objects and stuff, but we're not seeing them as they actually are. It's like they're not defined. So you're seeing like a blurry version of the reality that surrounds you. And I do think there are some things that you're going to be able to clarify and to really see or start seeing for what they are, Scorpio, because there is a celebration in the center of the reading. We have the Three of Cups, and this is a gathering with friends, with your loved ones, to celebrate, to to have fun, to of course share drinks, to be able to just enjoy all the just being together. Okay, so but it is indeed a card of celebration, and we see that the people are surrounded by abundance, so that's a good signal, because it goes hand in hand with the card that we have in the help. But let's go first, Scorpio, for the position of the things you won't be able to change. Oh, one more thing regarding these two cards. I do think that when you find out, or when you actually start seeing things for what they actually are, I do think it's going to be a reason for celebration. Like, it's not a type of truth that it's gonna shock you and throw you off and you will be, you know, completely out of balance. I think eventually you will start to see that it is a source of celebration. Now, we talked about the things that you won't be able to avoid. We have the Five of Coins. And I always say, if you listen to my previous readings, that the fives are usually a very unstable energy throughout the tarot. In this card, the Five of Pentacles, it's more a card of feeling alone. It could be that there is a sense of not having enough. Some people say this is the card of like the mental poverty. You are focusing on that, on the fact that you don't have enough. You don't have enough resources, and it is again a partial look, kind of like what the moon talks about, because in this card the lesson with this five is that both people, yes, they are injured and they're very much focused on their own pain, but if they could just look up and see they're walking past the church, they could actually go into the church and ask for help. Okay, that's the story that goes along with this card. Okay, so there is help available, except that you might not be able to see it, Scorpio, in this month of June. So be careful with being just too focused on your own pain, your own injuries, especially when this truth comes up. Okay, because I think there is evidently at some point you will feel lonely. I think, you know, I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I think at some point throughout the month you're going to feel lonely, but it is your own perception. That's what the tarot is saying. It's not reality. You are not alone, and you definitely have enough. Okay, not only because of this five, but you know, clearly by the Three of Cups you're not alone. We have this celebration, but also because we have in the position of the help you're going to receive, you have the Page of Pentacles. Again, another pentacle card. The pentacles you know, are the element of earth, and they do talk about abundance, and the pages, I always see them as messengers. Okay, they bring in the news. Now this could represent someone from the earth signs, so it could be a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, but more importantly, you know, they're very grounded and down to earth people. It could be actually the person who brings the news could be someone younger than you, or someone that you as a child. But most importantly, the Page of Pentacles usually brings news of new resources coming your way. Okay, so it could be in the form of getting a promotion, or if you have been out of work, finally receiving the news that you got the job, or you know, there is, in regardless of how this manifests for each and every one of you, there is the news of new resources coming your way. So this news, and of course abundance, because we celebrate here, right? We celebrate here this abundance, but this news will mitigate this feeling of not having enough. Okay, and this is, like I said before, another reason to celebrate, and to celebrate this abundance that we see in the Three of Pentacles. Now, sorry, Three of Cups. Final cards, we have Two of Pentacles and King of Cups. This is a card that represents you. Now, Two of Pentacles represents someone who is juggling several things at the same time. So, two different options we have here. One is that perhaps this new raise, or this promotion, or this new job, this whatever abundance that comes your way, isn't as much as you are expecting. So you overspend your, you know, your resources, and then you have to juggle money. Okay, that's something that could happen. It's a warning, so you know, be careful. Be careful. Even when you get the news, don't just go out and spend it all out there. Be, I would say, conservative. Okay. Another thing is that if we look at the card, we see that yes, the character is juggling two pentacles, but behind him there are two ships. Okay, and they're like in kind of like in not dark waters, but messy waters. So there's like a bit of a it's not calm water, okay? So, and that represents your personal and your private life and your emotional life. So it is the you might have to really juggle this new job and this new responsibility that comes along with this new abundance in your personal life, because it could be that this job, this position really demands a lot of you, okay, and you need to really juggle a lot, and your personal life might suffer. That's one thing. Another thing is that you know, with the Two of Pentacles, it came up the King of Cups that represents you, and the water here in this card is completely different from the Two of Pentacles. The King is floating on very, he's sailing very peaceful waters, okay? The kings are masters of their own element, in this case the water that represents emotions. So you are going to be able to master this situation eventually, okay, Scorpio? It's not something that it's gonna overwhelm you. I think you're gonna be so happy to finally get this news that, you're gonna throw yourself at this work, at this job, at this position, and at some point your personal life might start to suffer, but you will be able to manage it, because you evidently, the tarot is saying that you do have the skills to control your emotional life so it doesn't overwhelm you, so you're able to take out time to take care of yourself, to take care of your loved ones, so it's not just work, 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 okay? So it's a month to find out certain truths, and that truth and those news also that comes along, they will bring you a motive of joy, okay? So that's good. Be mindful, like I said before, of being too focused in your own pain, but remember that it's a good thing that the truth comes out. It could be that even this news of abundance coming your way, it's a consequence of this truth coming out, okay? So don't think it's a bad thing right away. Let it unfold, okay? So I hope this is helpful. Thank you for spending your time with me. Take care.